Meryl Streep, a name that's a legend in the film industry, is known for her incredible acting skills and has become a symbol of perfection, success, and fame. But behind all that glitz and glamour, her life hasn't been one endless stream of victories, as many might think. For every prestigious award and brilliant performance, there's been a battle of personal struggles, losses, and sacrifices that most people don't know about. Amid all the spotlight and praise, Meryl has faced challenges that seemed impossible to overcome. From the heartbreak of losing someone she loved deeply to the constant pressure of living up to the world's expectations of perfection, her journey hasn't been easy. So, what's kept her going through those tough times? How has Meryl Streep, after all these years, managed to keep winning the hearts of audiences for over 5 decades? Come with us as we dig into the untold side of Meryl's life, a journey full of drama, emotion, and surprises that few would expect. Early life Meryl Streep, born Mary Louise Streep on June 22, 1949, in Summit, New Jersey, came into the world in a family that balanced intellect and creativity. Her mother, Mary Wilkinson Streep, was an artist with a free spirit and a love for the arts, while her father, Harry William Streep Jr., worked as a pharmaceutical executive with a more logical and disciplined approach to life. This unique mix of art and practicality shaped Meryl's perspective and would go on to influence both her life and her career. As a child, Meryl wasn't seen as the traditional beauty. She has said she was the little girl with thick glasses and wild, curly hair, far from the image of someone who'd stand out in a crowd. This made Meryl feel a bit out of place, and she didn't think she had the looks to grab attention. However, through it all, there was one person who always believed in her: her mother. Mary often reminded Meryl that she could do anything if she had the confidence to believe in herself. These words stuck with her, becoming a powerful source of motivation and encouragement. When it came to her time at Bernard's High School, Meryl faced some tough times. Lacking self-confidence and feeling like she didn't have any standout features, she often felt overlooked and left out. But it was in these moments of doubt that she learned to push past the challenges and keep dreaming big, even when it felt hard. Despite often feeling left out, Meryl began to find her place when she got involved in artistic activities, especially school plays. It was through acting that she discovered a creative world where she could reinvent herself and escape from her own reality. Acting became a way for her to express emotions and break down personal barriers, helping her find her voice. At just 12 years old, Meryl started taking opera lessons from the esteemed vocal coach Estelle Liebling. Though her voice had great potential, Meryl quickly realized that opera wasn't the path for her. She soon turned her focus to acting, a field she felt would allow her to explore her creativity without limits. After graduating with honors from Vassar College, Meryl set her sights on advancing her artistic journey at the prestigious Yale School of Drama, one of the top art schools in the U.S. There, she threw herself into her work, participating in more than a dozen plays each year to cover her tuition fees. But the constant hustle took a toll on her health, and she became so stressed that she developed a stomach ulcer. At one point, Meryl even thought about quitting acting and pursuing a career in law. But in the end, her deep passion for the arts kept her on the path to becoming one of the most respected actresses in the world. After graduating from the Yale School of Drama, Meryl Streep entered the professional acting world filled with passion and ambition. However, her early career on stage wasn't as glamorous as one might expect. She started off in various stage productions in New York, including Trelawney of the Wells in 1975. While these roles didn't attract major attention, Meryl's performances made a lasting impression on theater critics and directors. She wasn't noticed for her looks or glamour, but for the depth of her acting and the inner strength she brought to every character. Her early success on stage opened the door to her film career. In 1977, Meryl made her film debut in Julia, starring alongside Jane Fonda and Vanessa Redgrave. Though her role was small, it helped her begin to catch the eye of film producers. In 1978, Meryl had her big breakthrough with The Deer Hunter, earning her first Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actress. But it was in 1979, with her role in Kramer vs. Kramer, that Meryl truly shone. She played Joanna, a mother who leaves her young son to find herself, only to end up in a fierce custody battle. Her performance was a stunning mix of raw emotion and subtle character development, despite having relatively limited screen time. Every scene she was in left a lasting impact, showcasing her incredible acting range. This period marked a pivotal moment in Meryl's career, as she went from being a talented stage actress to one of the most respected actresses in Hollywood. Successful career. The success of Kramer vs. Kramer and The Deer Hunter propelled Meryl Streep to the top ranks of Hollywood stars. However, it was her iconic role in Sophie's Choice, 1982, that truly cemented her place as one of the greatest actresses of all time. Her performance as Sophie Zawistowski, a Holocaust survivor, was nothing short of extraordinary. Meryl tackled the role with both emotional depth and incredible precision, delivering the character's inner turmoil with heartbreaking authenticity. One of the most unforgettable moments in the film, where Sophie is forced to make an unthinkable choice between her two children, became an iconic scene in cinematic history. This powerful portrayal earned Meryl her second Oscar for Best Actress and solidified her legacy in film. The 1980s marked a period of incredible success for Meryl, as she continued to deliver a series of remarkable performances. In 1985, she starred alongside Robert Redford in Out of Africa, a romantic drama set in Kenya. The film was both a commercial hit and critically acclaimed, earning Meryl another Oscar nomination. Her portrayal of Karen Blixen, a strong-willed and introspective woman, showcased her versatility as an actress, as she stepped away from her previous roles in heavy dramas to embody a more complex, nuanced character. During the same decade, Meryl starred in Silkwood, 1983, where she played Karen Silkwood, a brave nuclear plant worker fighting for justice. This performance earned her yet another Oscar nomination and further solidified her reputation as an actress capable of bringing strong, socially conscious characters to life. Meryl was not only known for her roles in intense dramas, but also proved her comedic chops in 1990 with Postcards from the Edge, based on Carrie Fisher's semi-autobiographical novel. Meryl played Suzanne Vale, an actress dealing with addiction and the pressures of living under the shadow of her famous mother. This film showcased a lighter side of Meryl's acting, combining subtlety with humor, and opened a new chapter in her career as she ventured into comedy. This transition helped Meryl Streep maintain her top status in the film industry, showcasing her ability to excel in both serious dramas and lighthearted roles. One of her standout performances in the early 1990s was in Death Becomes Her, 1992, a dark comedy where she teamed up with Goldie Hawn and Bruce Willis. The film was a commercial hit and quickly became a beloved classic in the comedy genre. As the 2000s rolled in, a new phase of Meryl's career emerged. In 2006, she took on the role of Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada. This character, the powerful and icy editor-in-chief of a fashion magazine, resonated with younger audiences and became one of Meryl's most iconic roles. Despite Miranda's tough, ruthless exterior, Meryl brings complexity and depth to the character, making her both fearsome and admirable. The film was a box office success and earned Meryl yet another Oscar nomination. Never one to shy away from a challenge, Meryl continued to push her limits. In 2008, she starred in the musical Mamma Mia, despite not being a professional singer. The film was a massive commercial success, proving that Meryl could do it all: drama, comedy, and even singing. The vibrant, joyful energy of Mamma Mia added a new dimension to Meryl's career, allowing her to connect with an entirely new generation of viewers. In 2011, Meryl once again captivated audiences with her portrayal of Margaret Thatcher in The Iron Lady. Not only did she undergo a physical transformation for the role, but she also captured the complexity and nuances of the British Prime Minister. Her flawless performance earned her a third Oscar, a rare achievement that only a few actors can claim. Even after turning 60, Meryl continued to challenge herself with new and diverse roles. In Doubt, 2008, she portrayed a strict nun, and in Julie and Julia, 2009, she took on the role of famous chef Julia Child. These performances further cemented her reputation as one of the most versatile actresses in Hollywood. Meryl's ability to reinvent herself with each new project has kept her at the top of her game, and added even more highlights to her already legendary career. Criticism and evaluations. Despite Meryl Streep's remarkable success spanning over half a century, she has not been without her share of criticism from colleagues in the industry. One of the most notable critiques came from the legendary actress Katharine Hepburn, who, in an interview, openly expressed that Meryl was too serious about acting and overly focused on memorizing every line. Hepburn, known for her natural and bold acting style, believed that Meryl's meticulous approach, which involved intense attention to detail, including body language and voice, was excessive. While this may have simply been a difference in their working styles, Hepburn's comments sparked considerable public debate, given her status as an acting icon. Additionally, actress Susan Sarandon, a prominent figure in the 1990s, voiced frustrations regarding Meryl's career dominance. Sarandon remarked that every major role for women in Hollywood seemed to pass through Meryl first, leaving fewer opportunities for other actresses. This sentiment of competition and envy arose among many of Meryl's colleagues, who felt overshadowed by her overwhelming presence in the industry. Sarandon even made a provocative statement, joking that if Meryl's personal life were as perfect as the media portrayed it, she would kill herself. These comments reflected the intense pressures and feelings of rivalry that existed between actresses in an era where Meryl was often considered the queen of Hollywood. Sharon Stone, another well-known actress, made a controversial remark about Meryl's appearance, suggesting that Meryl was beloved by the public partly because she lacked the conventional beauty typically associated with movie stars. Stone compared herself to Meryl, claiming she had superior looks, but could not land the major roles that Meryl had. This statement reflected the complex intersection of beauty standards and career success in Hollywood, where Meryl's unconventional appearance was both a point of differentiation and a factor in her appeal to the public. While Meryl Streep's career has been largely celebrated, these critical comments from some of her peers illustrate the pressures and tensions that come with such sustained fame and success. According to Sharon Stone, Meryl Streep's appeal lies in her ability to evoke a sense of familiarity and closeness, making her the queen of every role. This comment sparked mixed reactions within the Hollywood community. Some supported Stone, agreeing that Meryl's success was not solely based on her appearance but on her talent and emotional depth in her performances. However, many others viewed Stone's remarks as a sign of unnecessary jealousy, as Meryl had long proven that acting is about more than just physical appearance. It is about embodying characters and forming emotional connections with audiences. Another controversy involving Meryl Streep occurred in 2017 with legendary fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld. As Meryl was preparing for the Oscars, she had ordered a design from Chanel, but later requested changes to it. Lagerfeld felt disrespected, believing that Meryl had rejected his work because another designer offered her more money. Meryl quickly responded, calling Lagerfeld's accusations slander and asserting that she had never requested payment to wear any designer's clothing. Despite facing criticism and controversies, Meryl Streep remains highly respected and admired by many of her colleagues. Al Pacino, who worked with Meryl on The Deer Hunter and Angels in America, praised her dedication to her craft, calling her the most committed actor he had ever met. He emphasized that no matter how famous she became, Meryl's sincerity and commitment were what made her truly special. Viola Davis, one of Hollywood's most celebrated actresses, has also spoken publicly about the influence Meryl has had on her own career, stating that Meryl paved the way for all of us, recognizing her as a major source of inspiration for many in the industry. Personal life. Although Meryl Streep is renowned as a talented and powerful movie star on the big screen, her personal life is filled with profound stories, painful losses, and a remarkable dedication to her family. As Meryl's career began to bloom in the late 1970s, she met and fell in love with John Cazale, the talented actor famous for his role as Fredo Corleone in The Godfather. Despite Cazale being 14 years older than Meryl, their love blossomed immediately after they met while working on a Shakespearean play. John Cazale was a respected actor in the industry, and their relationship helped Meryl develop a deeper passion and dedication to the craft of acting. However, their romance faced a tough challenge when Cazale was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Meryl stayed by his side throughout his final days, caring for him and spending time with him during his most painful moments. She turned down numerous career opportunities to be with him, even moving into the hospital where Cazale was being treated to care for him until his passing in March 1978. John Cazale's death was a devastating blow to Meryl's personal life. She has shared that her love for him taught her resilience, and caring for him during his last days helped her learn to face hardship and suffering. Cazale's passing left a deep pain, but it also marked a significant turning point in Meryl's life, making her stronger and more determined in her career. Just 6 months after Cazale's death, Meryl Streep found comfort and new love with sculptor Don Gummer. Initially, Gummer was a close friend of Meryl's brother and had helped her pack up Cazale's belongings after his passing. What seemed like a temporary connection turned into the beginning of a long and happy relationship, marking a new chapter in Meryl's personal life. Although Meryl Streep's marriage to Don Gummer happened quickly, within a few months it has become one of the most enduring relationships in Hollywood. They married in September 1978 and have been happily together for over 40 years. During that time, Meryl and Don have built a solid family with 4 children: Henry Wolfe Gummer, a musician, and 3 actresses, Grace Gummer and Louisa Gummer. Despite their public fame, Meryl and Don have always kept their family life private. They rarely appear together at events, and Meryl has mentioned that it is Don who has enabled her to maintain her acting career without sacrificing her family life. He has quietly supported her, taking care of the children and managing household responsibilities so Meryl could focus on her work. She once expressed, "I couldn't do it all without Don." Meryl Streep has always sought to maintain a balance between her demanding acting career and her family life. For her, family has always been the top priority, no matter how successful her career has been. Though there have been times when she had to be away from her family for filming, Meryl has always made an effort to spend time with her husband and children. She often chooses film projects close to home or shoots in locations convenient for her family, so she can return home after each day of work. Not only is she a successful actress, but Meryl Streep is also a devoted mother. She has raised her 4 children in a way that allows them to be independent and develop their own talents. All 3 of her daughters, Grace, Mamie, and Louisa, have become actresses and are pursuing their own acting careers. Despite knowing the challenges of the entertainment industry, Meryl has always supported her children and allowed them the freedom to follow their passions. Meryl Streep continues to show that no matter how successful she becomes in her career, family remains the most important thing to her. This combination of love for her art and devotion to her family has made her not only an icon in the film industry but also in her personal life. Legacy and influence. Meryl Streep has firmly established herself as one of Hollywood's living legends after working in the film industry for more than half a century. Not only does she stand out for her range in parts and her dedication to her craft, but she also leaves behind a wide legacy and a significant influence on both the current generation of performers and the generations that will come after them. The accomplishments that she has obtained are not only a demonstration of her capabilities, but they also serve as an unending wellspring of motivation for individuals who are enthusiastic about performing. The total number of Academy Award nominations that Meryl Streep has received is 21, which is a record for any performer, and she has won 3 of them. She is one of the most honored actresses in the history of cinema. As a result of her 32 nominations and 8 victories, she is also the person who holds the record for the most Golden Globe nominations. Her status as one of the most influential stars in the history of cinema is further strengthened by the nominations and awards she has received. In addition to that, she has been honored with a multitude of other accolades, such as Emmys, BAFTAs, and SAG Awards, which has elevated Meryl to the status of a towering symbol of acting greatness. Her accomplishments and awards are not solely the consequence of her intrinsic brilliance. Rather, they are the culmination of her unrelenting efforts, her commitment to her passion, and her unending desire to do better. In every part she has played, Meryl has always found a way to reinvent herself and offer a new perspective to the table. It is generally agreed that every single one of Meryl's performances, whether they be in serious films like Sophie's Choice or musical works like Mamma Mia, is a piece of art. In addition, Meryl Streep has become a significant source of motivation for a great number of generations of actors. She has reimagined the way in which actors approach and embody their roles, thanks to her extraordinary talent and incredible dedication. For a great number of aspiring young actors, Meryl Streep is a representation of tenacity, unending education, and the pursuit of personal growth. Viola Davis, who is widely regarded as one of the most gifted and renowned actors working in the modern era, has communicated her affection for Meryl Streep on multiple occasions. Davis considers Meryl to be a pioneer for the next generation of female performers, as she has helped them develop the self-assurance necessary to take on roles that are both complicated and powerful. Viola conveyed her appreciation for Meryl's important accomplishments to the film industry by stating, "Meryl has opened the door for all of us, at one point in time." At the age of 70, Meryl Streep is still actively working and taking on significant film projects, in contrast to the majority of performers who have made the decision to retire before leaving the entertainment industry. She is not just a devoted mother and wife, but she is also an artist who never stops producing. She is always developing new things. It is a credit to her unending desire that she has worked hard and has a deep appreciation for the arts. The personal life of Meryl is still as well-balanced as it was before. The close familial relationship that she shares with her husband, Don Gummer, and their children is something that she continues to uphold. In interviews, Meryl frequently discusses the significance of her family and how they have assisted her in maintaining her sense of equilibrium in the harsh environment of the entertainment industry. Regarding her professional life, Meryl is still actively participating in a variety of new films and projects. The year 2019 saw her make an appearance in the film Little Women, and she also wowed fans with her performance in the critically acclaimed television series Big Little Lies. It is clear from this that Meryl continues to be one of the most sought-after actors in Hollywood, even at the age of 70. She not only continues to showcase her exceptional abilities, but she also consistently pushes herself to perform jobs that are both varied and difficult. Not only is Meryl Streep a representation of the greatness of the film industry, but she is also a personification of the qualities of courage and resilience when confronted with difficulties. I am curious about your thoughts on her motivational journey.